5, Newcastle. Ali Day and Shannon Eckstein took a back seat. Matt Poole on fire, burning off the best and the rest. Liz Plumemers tasted defeat in round 4, but victory's her favourite flavour. And she's back on top. 4 wins from 5. So after 5 gruelling rounds, it all comes down to today. The final showdown. Eckstein, Day, Poole, Hurst, all big contenders for the title. Liz, well, she has one hand on the trophy, but in the surf, nothing's over till it's over. It's time. This is the Kellogg's Nutri-Grain Ironman Series. This is the finale, and today we will crown our champions.
Newcastle is a cosmopolitan city and a coastal oasis with just enough surfing hotspots to keep the locals happy. Today, though, this is a battleground for Australia's toughest athletes. Welcome to round 6 of the Kellogg's Nutri-Grain Ironman and Women's Series. I'm Ashlyn Krikellis, and this is the final round of racing. Today, right here on Newcastle Beach, we will crown this year's Ironman and Ironwoman champions. Someone who would not miss any of the exciting action is our expert commentator, former Ironman Reece Drury. Reece, we have a huge day ahead of us. The women will be racing first, and we're certainly expecting to see Liz Plumemers take out the series.
Yeah, Liz Plumemers would have to have an absolute shocker today. If she finishes worse than 10th, she loses the series. I can't see that happening. She's won 4 races this year, and I'm positive she'll want to win this final round to stamp her authority and let everyone know she's the champ.
The men's competition is, of course, a bit more tricky. We've done the maths on them as well. Ali Day needs to finish first or second today. If he does that, the job's done. He wins the series. It is very possible, though, for Shannon Eckstein to steal the crown from him.
Look, Shannon can still win this. If he wins it and Ali finishes 3rd or worst, Shannon Eckstein wins his 9th title. That blows my mind. So it's going to make for a very interesting day of racing.
Yeah, it's a tight competition this year. Let's have a look at just how close it is on our series points. Ali Day is in front. He increased his lead in round 5. He is now 4 points ahead of Shannon Eckstein. Matt Poole and Kai Hurst, technically, they could still win the series, though it is unlikely. Kendrick Louis there in 5th. Things really start to get interesting, though, when we look towards the bottom of the top 8. Of course, this isn't just about winning the series. This is also about qualifying for next year, and you need to finish in the top 8 to do that, and things are looking pretty close down that end of the table.
Now we look over the page, number 9, Matt Bevilacqua, who jumped up a lot of places after round 5. He's trying to get into that top 8, the Taswegian. Then we look at Tannen Linden, 37 points. Nathan Smith, 36. Kane Eckstein, 34. Those guys will be busting their guts today to try and make it into that top 8 to re-qualify.
And just to make things that little bit more interesting, today's format is the Eliminator. Reece, this is certainly one of the most exciting races to watch.
The Eliminator. So many people love this. The athletes, the fans. I love this race. It's so good. 3 races. First race, you will start with 15 competitors. Drop that down to 10. Second race, start with 10. Drop that down to 5. The third race, 5 competitors. It's intense today. It's hot. It's going to be a very interesting day of racing.
Well, joining us now is 8-time series winner and defending champion Shannon Eckstein. Shannon, thanks for joining us. You are gunning for series number 9 today. Do you want this one as much as the last?
Oh, I'd like to think so. There's been probably times during this series I've questioned that, especially after the 8th place in round 1, but I really have battled my way back. At Service Paradise there, I hurt in both of them races and really gave it my all, and I'm in a position now where I can get number 9. I've just got to try and win today.
Well, the Eliminator format, mate, you've won both rounds of the Eliminator this year. I've seen you win this event countless times. Do you change your tactics today with the series on the line? What's the game plan today?
I think you can't really change much. The game plan's just got to be try and get into that last race, the top 5, and then from there try and win the race, really. There's not much else I can control. Whether Ali finishes 2nd or 3rd, I can't control that. I've just got to try and put the pressure on, get in that final 5 and make him start thinking about winning.
Well, all the best out there today, Shannon. It's going to be an awesome race. I can't wait. But before the Ironmen do battle, we will see the Iron Women race. So, Reese, let's take a look at where the standings are after 5 rounds. Liz Plumemers right out in front, 13 points ahead of Rebecca Creedy. It looks likely she will be crowned series champion today, but Rebecca Creedy and Harriet Brown will fight it out to be on the podium as well. Jordan Mercer there in 4th position, Courtney Hancock, the defending champion, and Maddie Dunn on equal 5th, Emma Dick rounding out the top 8.
We look over the page, there's a veteran, Crystal Smith. She'll be trying to put so much pressure on the younger competitors today to try and sneak into that top 8 for the early qualifiers next year. Then we see Tara Coleman, Amy Nerthan tied in number 10. They'll be battling it out in this final round. And we look down the page in number 15, Hannah Minogue.
And joining us now is Harriet Brown, who's been by far one of the most competitive Iron women this year. Harriet, thanks for joining us and congratulations on such a successful season. The worst you've placed is 4th, which isn't bad at all. Is there anything you did differently while preparing for this season that you think has given you the edge?
Yeah, I've had a really good season. I'm so happy with it compared to my other years. I had a big think about it in the off-season and just thought about what I needed to change, what I needed to improve, and I started doing some gym, switched swim squads, did a little bit more work in the kayak in the off-season, and really worked on my strength and speed, and I think that's really helped.
Well, you've had a great season so far, but today's race, the final round, you'll be trying to hang on to that podium. What's the tactics today?
Oh, I think in an eliminator format, I just need to go out as hard as I can to make sure that I try and make it through to that next round and then go again and try and make it through to the final round. And I think if I make it through to that final round, I'm just going to use everything I've got to try and get onto that podium again.
Well, all the best today, Harriet. We'll let you go warm up because you do have to race soon. Don't go anywhere, though, because the Iron Woman racing is coming up next. Harriet will do battle with the rest of the field. But first, before we go to the break, let's have a look at this year's most dominant Iron Woman, Liz Plumemers.
I guess surf life saving has a different feel about it as a sport. It's something you can do socially or you can do it competitively. So you can come down here and have time with your friends, you can socialise and have a chat and just enjoy it. And it's got that great family environment as well. I love just getting out there and enjoying being on the board and catching waves, and I mean it's something you can talk on as well, so you can sort of have a bit of a socialise on it at the same time. I work, I study, I train and try and fit it all in a social life somewhere there too. Working as a part-time accountant is totally different. It works the brain a lot more. I really loved accounting at school. It was something that I enjoyed doing, and doing people's tax and giving advice it's good fun. As much as you can say it's fun for an accountant. Sometimes I finish work and I just want to go home because I'm so mentally drained, but having to go push out a hard session actually refreshes you and makes you feel good for the next day.
Unbelievable finish! Rebecca Creedy coming for 3rd.
My motivation is the will to win. I put my foot on that line to come first in every race. I don't really like coming second or coming down the pack. The best feeling is definitely crossing that finish line in front. Love that feeling. You know, all the hard work's paid off. That's the goal, trying to get on the podium and try and find that top of the podium each time.
Welcome back to Newcastle Beach. It is a picture-perfect day and the atmosphere is building. We have plenty of fans lining the edges of today's course. The official weather forecast says it's a sunny day with a top of 28 degrees, 21 degrees in the water, small swells, waves of just half a metre to a metre. Winds are coming from a north-northeasterly direction at 10 to 15 knots. Okay, the women are ready to race. So let's head up to the commentary box. Your commentators are Trevor Hendy, Reese Drury and Tim Gilbert.
Thanks, Ashlyn. Yeah, beautiful day again in Newcastle. This is the finish, the final day of the Nutri-Grain Series, the Iron Women. Let's have a look at the way they start. In 1, Courtney Hancock, Liz Plumemers, Crystal Smith, Maddie Dunn, Rebecca Creedy, Amy Nerthan, Harriet Brown, she's had a good series as well, Devon Halligan. Jordan Mercer had some good races, so has Tara Coleman, Hannah Minogue, Tian Raymond, Danielle McKenzie, Brodie Moyer, and Emma Dick. Of course, Brodie's been off to some great starts, but Liz Plumemers has been the dominant one as we go across our starting list. Courtney Hancock hasn't been her best series, but you can't be top of the pops all the time. And Newcastle has dished up a very similar day to round 5, and we are in the Eliminator concept today. So basically there are 3 races, 15 to start with, then we drop to 10, then we drop to 5, then we have a winner, and then we'll know our series winner. The women, the Iron Women in the Nutri-Grain Series. A little bit of a false start there, and they've told the camera, our camera, to get back, and we'll be right to go. Look at that, absolutely beautiful day. Danielle McKenzie just giving a message. Off and racing, and there's Liz right in the middle, grabs that blue board, and in they go.
Well, this is the culmination of a season's worth of training. This is round 6. For some of them, they're trying to qualify again for next year. For some, they're trying to get on the podium. There's a different story for everybody, but everyone's got to deal with the same set of conditions. Super, super tough race we're going to get today, and we are in the Eliminator. This is short course. This is where it's fast, explosive, and it's all about getting out through that break as quick as you can.
Yeah, and Liz Plumemers the one to catch.
Whoa. That was Maddie Dunn's just fallen off the board. That's not the start you wanted that, but she's just plonked off. You got a little nudge from Tian, and in she went. That's not what you're after at the start of the final.
Did gather pretty well, though, didn't she?
Yeah, she did. She got on very quick, and oh, look at that little slip, just a bump from the other side. I put the mocker on her talking about getting a good start and skills, but she's backing away.
Yeah, as Trev mentioned, the Eliminator format today. Our course map, well, let's have a look at it. We are in Newcastle, just north of Sydney.
I love this course. Of our 3 formats, this is the fast one. This is the exciting one. It is the Eliminator. We're starting here, as you can see, with the board leg. Out and back, pretty short. A crisp little shorter run leg than the rest of the season so far. Ski leg after that, back around, finish off with the swim. Must be in the top 10 in this first race, top 5 in the second race to get through to that final. It's all about surviving.
And it'll be remarkable if Liz Plumemers can manage it, and Brodie Moyer out in front again. She's certainly starting race as well. If Liz does win here, it's 5 from 6. And Reece, that's just an extraordinary record as we see a bit of congestion around the cans.
Yeah, what a fantastic effort from Liz this year. She's one of the all-time greats, there's no doubt about that, and she's really proven it in this season as we're here with Liz Plumemers now. She's paddling, just laying down, giving those legs a rest as they go around the can, making sure they don't get bumped off. But Brodie Moyer and Devon Halligan doing a good job out in front.
There's Devon, and right on her tail back there was Geordie Mercer, who was on Liz's side wash. And Devon, another one of our potential superstars, and learning how to deal with the pressures of the sport and everything else. She's certainly super talented and very, very powerful, and never be surprised if she gets out and leads a race or even wins one.
And there's Maddie Dunn after that little mishap in 15th, but a long way to go. She needs to be in that top 10 if she's going to survive, and she's been right up near the top through the course of the series. She's currently in 6th spot, so there's
beautiful
the watch.
Swells coming here. Look at this, building up. This is where it gets interesting. Brodie will be in a good position to get this wave. How many will be on it with her?
Whoa, they're working really hard to get on that. Great effort from those top 4 girls. Devon Halligan, Jordan Mercer, Liz Plumemers, Brodie Moyer. Wave out the back with a few more on it. Great little wave rolling through here this morning.
And 2 left in no man's land right in the middle. That's not the place you want to be. As they come up the beach after the board, and Devon Halligan. Well done, Devon.
Wow, look at this. So there we've got position 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. One of those possibly is going to miss out, if not someone from behind coming back up and catching up. It's going to be hot.
And there's Maddie Dunn at the back of that pack too, so that little knock might have cost her. On board here with Geordie though now. Rating up.
Yeah, Jordan Mercer off to a good start up in the top few, so she didn't start the last round all that well, but very good there. So the current placings, Devon Halligan, Brodie Moyer, Jordan Mercer, Liz Plumemers, Danielle McKenzie, Crystal Smith in 6, Tara Coleman, Courtney Hancock, Amy Nerthen, and Rebecca Creedy.
You could see Maddie Dunn there on the edge, got caught up. She put in a big transition, but then got pushed sideways, forcing her out to the left. I've got a feeling that's going to cost her dearly. That you don't want that. You want to get on nice and clean, and you can see right there, Maddie Dunn at the back of the pack.
Yeah, that's her on the purple ski there, and she bumped right into the side of Tara Coleman, didn't she? And that forced her back on this side, and those little mistakes, she'd worked so hard to catch up.
Round 6 of the Nutri-Grain Ironwoman series. Plenty more after this. Hope you're having a cruisy kind of day. Nutri-Grain Ironwoman series, Channel 9's Wide World of Sports. And there's Emma Dick, 11th right at the moment, so she's in the cut-off zone. And the thing is here, all Liz Plumemers has to do is survive here, stay in that top 10, and she has won the series. It has been such a dominant performance.
So being such a strong swimmer, we're really watching Liz Plumemers seal this right now. Sitting on that ski wave on our bottom right of the screen there in the blue ski. This is her coming in. She'll run around and she can seal the series right here and now. And that's been a big year of work for her. Well done.
And it won't be about just finishing in the top 10 here for Liz. She'll want to win it. There's no question of that. And Jordan Mercer not far behind. Well done to Geordie. So Liz Plumemers leads the way. This is the ski leg. Remember, we're in the first of our 3 eliminator races. You need to be in the top 10 to be in the next one. You then need to be in the final 5 to have a crack at the win in round 6 of the Nutri-Grain Ironwoman series. And the swim is on. Let's have a look at those current placings after the ski. So it is Liz Plumemers, Jordan Mercer, Brodie Moyer up there again, Devon Halligan, Amy Nerthen. So they're our top 5 at this point. Tara Coleman, Courtney Hancock, Harriet Brown, Danielle McKenzie and Rebecca Creedy. So if it stays that way, they will be the 10 in the next race.
You could see the intensity in that next pack. The intensity was there. They were trying to push along, make sure they're not in that bottom 5. A lot of the girls porpoising, though.
Alrighty, it is time to make our way down to the beach shortly because Ashland's got a cavalcade of stars today. So, Ashland, down to you.
I'm joined on the sand by someone you'd usually find on a tartan track, hurdler Michelle Jenica. Thanks for joining us. We're watching the women race at the moment. You've actually dabbled in iron racing yourself. You gave it a go for the recent Sports Star series. How did you find it actually doing it yourself?
It was incredibly tough. I mean, you watch them out there doing it and you think, you know what, it looks pretty difficult, but I mean, they make it look so easy. You think you could do it. It is that much harder to actually try it yourself. And I mean, Courtney was amazing in teaching me how to do things, but it was so difficult.
And what's your focus for 2015?
I'm focused for 2015. I'm looking to either make World Junior Games or the World Championship. So see how I go during the season and try and hit one of those 2.
Well, all the best with that. But before you go, I do have to ask on behalf of everyone watching at home, we all want to see you do your dance. Can you give us a little dance? Woo! Michelle Jenica, the dancing hurdler, joining us on the sand. Thanks, Michelle. See you guys.
Yeah, she certainly got the groove. Michelle Jenica, no question. And what about Liz Plumemers? She is dominating here in the Ironwoman series. Liz out in front and fresh air behind her right at the minute. All she needs to do to be the winner of this series is finish in the top 10 here. And she's going to do that in a canter as she jumps on a wave, Trev.
Oh,
that's just
off the back, and she's going to get the whole field join. Unfortunately for her, it's not going to be 10 people. We would have been way ahead of the game if that had happened. But I tell you what, as we see these waves coming through, Crystal Smith and Maddie Dunn, 2 of our great competitors, where are they in this field? Because at the moment, they're not in the top 10.
Yeah, also in that cutoff, as we look at the moment, Emma Dick, Danielle McKenzie and Hannah Minogue. But looking at the front here, the pointy end, it's Liz Plumemers, and Liz has got Harriet Brown. That's a surprise just on her tail. So there goes Liz. Harriet behind her, Jordan Mercer with that determined look, Rebecca Creedy, Brodie Moyer is there, of course. Then it's Raymond, Courtney, Amy Nerthen, Halligan and Coleman. Let's get down to Ashland.
Congratulations on the race win and the series win.
Yeah, fantastic. Just wanted to make it through that first one, but 2 more to go and I'd love to take it out.
Yeah, you've done it. You've won the series, but you've got 2 more races. How do you focus now?
Yeah, just do exactly the same thing. Take it out from the front and just hold on.
Good luck.
There she is, the new Nutri-Grain Ironwoman champion. Well done, Liz Plumemers. Now, these are the results of race 1. Liz Plumemers, Harriet Brown, Jordan Mercer, Rebecca Creedy, Brodie Moyer, Tian Raymond, Courtney Hancock, Amy Nerthen, Devon Halligan and Tara Coleman scraping into the top 10. So that's the way they will start for race 2. Emma Dick, Danielle McKenzie, Maddie Dunn, Hannah Minogue all missing out, as is Crystal Smith. And she is with Ashland Crew Kellis on the beach right now.
Crystal Smith, unfortunately, probably not the way you'd like to finish the series this year.
No, it's sort of finished the way I sort of started, you know. Sort of over so quickly, and yeah, just never really had time to sort of get into a rhythm, but yeah, just never really felt comfortable throughout the whole series.
Unfortunately, we won't see you re-qualify for the series at this point, but we do hope to see you back out there next year anyway. Is that the plan for you?
Yeah, that's definitely not the way I want to finish with the Ironwoman series. I think I've still got more in me, and I think we've been very unfortunate with the swell we've received all series, and you know, that's sort of something that is probably my strength rather than the flat water racing. So, but you know, back to the drawing board, and I know my weakness is definitely I just need to work on them in the off season. Stoked that Elizabeth won her third series. It's amazing, and yeah, just looking forward to watching now, and it'll be good.
All the best. We look forward to seeing you next year.
All right, thanks for that.
Yeah, Crystal Smith, such a fierce competitor, and it hasn't been a good summer for her.
Now, that's your world Ironwoman champion that's missed out right there, and she was so dominant in flat water over in France. So I'm surprised to hear her say, oh, I'm not so good in this stuff, and that would be a good mindset to change for her. Got a lot left in her. She'll be back.
There's Brodie Moyer with a wave. Done a lot better this year than last year, and Harriet Brown also always giving us a wave and doing so well as is Liz Plumemers, or as is Liz Plumemers. Liz Plumemers has been the dominant force. How good has she been? Racing again. This is race 2 of the Eliminator, the Ironwoman Series. Liz can do it with a real fresh mind. She knows she's the series winner, but she wants to go out a winner. She wants to win this race to make it 5 from 6.
Tricky little start there too. A little bit of a dip off inshore gutter and then back up onto this sandbank as you see all the girls doing the dolphin dive, diving down, grabbing onto the sand, pushing up and under those waves. Again, crucial to get this good start.
Yeah, not a lot of surf there right at the moment, so there's a lot of swimming that's going to have to happen on the way back.
And good to see all the swimmings out there. With the swim leg first, you can see the difference in where they've gone. Look at the girls out on the left. That although they have to swim back, they'll come back with that current, and they are flying over on that left side.
So, Liz Plumemers, there's something about knowing that you're going to win.
Oh, there really is. I think for Liz, it's not like monkey off the back first victory. She's won a few. She'll settle right in now. She'll be very hard to beat this afternoon.
Looking strong as we speak. Beautiful technique. Her swimming's just fantastic. It's really nice to watch.
Yeah, Liz Plumemers out in front, the Eliminator. Round 6, the final round for the Nutri-Grain Ironwoman Series for this summer, and it has been all about Liz Plumemers. Some backstories, though. Harriet Brown, brilliant, just behind her. Let's get down to Ashlyn. She's on the beach. She's doing a fantastic job, and she's going to chat with the guy that has put the course together. Ashlyn, down to you.
Well, I'm with race director Zane Holmes once again. Zane, again today we have some pretty flat conditions. I guess that means the competitors can't rely on luck so much. There's really nowhere to hide, is there?
No, that's exactly right. You know, you can't hide behind any lack of fitness again today. You know, but there is a little wave that does make it tricky on the edge here, especially on the craft. But look, I think what was impressive, especially in that first race, this format's all about conserving and just doing enough to get through. But the pace was just, you know, electric in that first race, and none of the girls are leaving anything in the tank.
And Liz Plumemers has already secured the series victory just by making it through to the second race. How much do you think she'll want to take the race, though?
Oh, she'll want to win this race for sure, but having that series title off her back now, she's probably just going to be really enjoying it. You know, the adrenaline will be rushing, and, you know, she'll probably be doing it easy.
Zane, thank you.
Cheers.
Zane Holmes, and as he mentioned, these waves, little ones, but they're starting to build, trying to grab on, aren't they?
Oh, we're going to have 5 on the front wave. They're 5. Do you hear that? 5. That's the 5 that might make the final. They'd be very happy with themselves. And Reece, one thing that Zane said, and I agree with, the pace was so hot in the first round. Liz crossed the line. The huffing and puffing on the girls behind, they are electrifying speed at the moment.
Yeah, and I think that's been the case all season too, Trevor. The speed of all these men's and women races have been fabulous. As we see Courtney Hancock, the former champ, just in front of the new champ. It's great to see Courtney back out in front and having a real dig at this race today.
Yeah, Courtney Hancock, she won't be that happy to hand over the lead of the championship, but happy to be leading this race, Trev.
Yeah, Harriet Brown looks a little bit tired just coming through there at the finish. And how hot is this pace? I cannot believe how impressive these girls are.
We're on the ski leg here again. Courtney hopped on nice and clean. Good start. Liz Plumemers over to the left trying to use that rip. You can see Courtney will just punch through that one.
Okay, these are the current placings. Courtney Hancock, Liz Plumemers, Rebecca Creedy, Brodie Moyer and Harriet Brown. Our top 5 after the swim. Then it's Jordan Mercer right on the edge, Devon Halligan, Tian Raymond, Tara Coleman and Amy Nerthen.
Geordie Mercer chasing too in behind that pack. As you mentioned, she was right there. She's got the white ski. We can see Brodie Moyer there on the red ski. There we go. Great little shot of Courtney Hancock handling the short break very, very well.
Punch through that wave nicely. Camera pushing it down a little bit. Here we are with Rebecca Creedy, bang over. Look at the girls behind. Boom. Airtime.
Up go the skis, and that is Harriet Brown battling away. Harriet. This is the Nutri-Grain Ironwoman Series. We got plenty more coming up. Stick around on Wide World of Sports. Nutri-Grain Ironwoman Series, we know that Liz Plumemers is our champion. She has done that in this Eliminator race so far, but she'll want to win. Rebecca Creedy, she's had a great series, Rebecca. Only a few points behind Liz in second and currently third in this race.
And the pace is on. Look at that. You can see the girls coming back in. There's our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to Geordie Mercer sitting back there in the multicoloured ski. And that's her at the top left of the screen. And so she's chasing to try and get herself up into the 5. Right in front of her is Brodie Moyer and Harriet Brown trying to hold her out.
Yeah, Harriet there. She's in 4th, just hanging on, and she's been up near the finish in nearly every single race so far this summer.
And here we go, Courtney Hancock trying to push over this front little wave, and she's done a great job. Liz Plumemers will be on that little runner behind her. Courtney will need to just keep tapping away, making sure she pulls down it as she's done. But look at the battle line out the back here to try and make it into the top 5.
Oh, Geordie coming through.
Jordan's paddling so well this season. Amy Nerthen's just dragged a nice wave too on that white, pink and yellow ski.
Here we come. It's hot with one leg to go.
And Jordan Mercer, as you mentioned, Trev, coming right through the field. You've been talking about how good she is. Oh, what's happening behind here? Is that Devon Halligan?
Devon Halligan.
Oh, Devon!
She wants a lift.
Oh, look, this is all about those top 5 places. That'll be 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 right there. This is the real end of the deal.
All right, now we have the board. So this is race 2 of the Eliminator, and the board is about to start right now.
Important to get a good start here. We're on board with Brodie Moyer, picks up the board, gets away. There's Amy Nerthen, hot on her tail. It's all about those top 5 places. You feel so good when you get in that final in the 5. It's all about that. Tara Coleman picks up her South Sydney coloured board. A big South Sydney fan, away she goes.
Yeah, and a great start to 2015 with the 9s win. All right, the current placings: Courtney Hancock, Liz Plumemers, Rebecca Creedy, Jordan Mercer, Brodie Moyer, Harriet Brown, Amy Nerthen, Devon Halligan, Tara Coleman, Tian Raymond. So those bottom 5, Brodie Moyer leading that in 6th. If they stay that way, they're gone.
Some great shots there of the girls. They're all up on their knees, all got a great rate. It's fantastic, some of these shots we're seeing. You can see Amy Nerthen just at the back of that pack, just laying down, trying to rest those legs. But look how tightly bunched they are. They're all desperate to try and get into this top 5.
Where's Courtney been all summer? There she is leading the way. This is what we thought we'd see. Courtney and Liz. There's Liz in 2nd, just behind her great rival.
Maybe this is Courtney telling us, hey, look out for me next season. You know, I'll get it together. I'll be back where I was. What I'm liking there, look at Jordan Mercer. She's just behind Liz Plumemers. She's sitting in the centre, the V-wash. She's getting a lift in between Harriet and Courtney. There's a little wash coming off behind. That's where Jordan Mercer was sitting. You can see her back there. She's getting squashed out now. Back to 6th. It's hot.
So that's the way it is. Courtney and Liz jockeying for position at the front.
There, Rebecca Creedy, she's currently sitting in 5th. That'll be Jordan Mercer right behind her. And laying down, she's actually just moving into 4th now, Beck Creedy. Look at this, the pressure coming home. Watch them to jump. They should jump to their knees any moment. Here we go, on the knees. They'll get the head down and forward. Big, strong stroke rating. You've got to get those noses down the runs of the wave and try and get away. There's nobody safe right now.
And desperately trying to find a little wave to help push him along because Mother Nature hasn't done much. Here we go. We see one building now. Looks like Courtney's well placed for this race.
Yeah, she's going to have to lift the rate. I don't think any of the girls will get down this first one, but Harriet Brown will get... Hang on a minute, will she pull over it? No. Great rate, but here we go. Next wave, Courtney should get on this one. Beck Creedy, there's Liz. And then Harriet Brown should pick it up. I think Liz just fell off.
Courtney's got on the edge, so Courtney, well done there. She leads the way, and just next to Courtney, of course, is that Harriet Brown?
Harriet Brown, great paddle from her. Becca Creedy, great paddle from her.
Oh, Geordie Mercer nearly dropped the nose under at the back. That could bring her into 5th with Liz in 4th.
So they charge up the beach, and
it's a sprint.
Here's the race.
Here it is. It's Courtney Hancock just ahead of Rebecca Creedy, Harriet Brown, and Liz Plumemers. She'll get in 4th, and then that's our top 5. Jordan Mercer just sneaks through. All right, Amy Nertham, well, she'll be gone for the day, and Ashlyn, she's doing a fantastic job today down on the beach, and she will have our winner with her. Yep, I think she's there now. Let's go to Ashlyn.
You're looking strong, Courtney, in race 2.
Yeah, look, I feel a little bit better. You know, I waited till the last minute, the last round, but look, it's good to get to the top 5, and it's been good to race up the front for a little bit. I feel a little back to my old self, so yeah, I'm happy.
Going for the win now?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, every time I step on the line, I want to win, so we'll see. The mind definitely wants it, and see if the body can keep up.
All the best.
Thank you.
Well done, Courtney. Good to see you back on top. Courtney Hancock leading at the moment. So that's the way it is. Courtney, Rebecca, Harriet, Liz Plumemers, Jordan Mercer. The ones out today, Brodie Moyer, Amy Nertham, Tara Coleman, Devon Halligan and Tian Raymond. A tough race, Trev. Very, very hard. And there's one to go. But there's some that are gone for the day.
Yeah, very impressive. I tell you what, that was a really big race. There's Devon Halligan looking tired with the ice pack on. Nice little hug and some peace signs there from Tara Coleman and Amy Nertham. Tian Raymond, great job there as well. And these girls should be very, very proud of themselves. There's our big 5 that are still alive and super impressive this whole season, these 5. Liz Plumemers looking fantastic. Courtney Hancock letting us know that she's still around and a force to be reckoned with. Jordan Mercer, I was super impressed with the way she beat Brodie Moyer up the beach, and there she is. She can put her hand up in this final. Liz, Harriet Brown been sensational all year, and Rebecca Creedy a star this year.
And as much as Courtney would love to win, so would Liz, just to finish off what has been an extraordinary summer. She's been brilliant. And we're off and racing Newcastle Round 6, the final eliminator, just 5 left.
I like how Courtney Hancock, she had a paddle standing up in the sand, different to the other girls. But look at Jordan Mercer, she's flying out there, punching through that white water, and look at the rate of her. She really wants to win this last and final race. Bang! Whoa. Courtney Hancock, airtime.
Little waves, but big impact. Jordan Mercer's going to get hit by that one on the right. She's been so good on the ski this year. Knocked back at the start of this race.
Look at Courtney Hancock. It's like she's been fired out of a cannon on that left-hand side. She is flying out there. So we're on board here with a great technique, nice high arms, driving through her legs, great rhythm. She's looking great.
Yeah, almost in single file there. Courtney out in front. Then we've got Harriet. And who's back in 5th? It's Liz Plumemers, but she won't be there long, will she? That's the way she operates. She just cruises. Rebecca Creedy on board with Beck.
Well, looking good, very, very strong, and it's improved all year on her craft. A force to be reckoned with.
Alrighty, Ashlyn is on the beach. Who you got with you this time, Ash?
I'm with Brodie Moyer, not in the final race, but she has made the top 8 and re-qualified for next year. You must be stoked about that, Brodie.
Yeah, I am. Considering maybe 4 weeks before the whole series started, I was thinking about pulling out. So my goal was to finish in the top 8, and I have today, so I'm happy.
So you've exceeded your expectations then?
Yeah, I did. Because of my injury, I didn't know I'd be racing this well, so I did, and yeah, I'm happy with myself.
You started this season as a wild card. How do you think it will change the off-season preparation? How does it help automatically re-qualifying?
Yeah, the trial's always really early. It's in September, and it's just too early, and it's hard to back up and maybe do the cool and go to gold. So being in the series makes it a lot better. I can chill out a bit more, and hopefully this pre-season I'll be able to train properly because my knee's a lot better, and I'll be right to go.
We look forward to seeing you next year, Brody. All the best.
Thank you.
Good on you, Brody. Nice and vibrant as always. We're on board with Courtney Hancock, desperate to get a win here after winning last year's series. This one has gone to Liz Plumemers, but Courtney, she can take some of the spoils if she finishes first here.
She's gone really wide there, maybe a little bit too far around that last can, pushed right down the beach, but she's looking really good. Great technique, and look at the intensity on her face as we see Harriet Brown. She's going to try and get a lift on this wave too. They should both pull over. This Harriet's just going to drop off. Courtney should get on this, and she has. Great work, Courtney.
She's on and she's away, and when Courtney's had her best seasons, when she ski paddled really well, that dynamic rating that she gets, and she chases the runs and often ends up down the beach. I like to see that. She's on her way back.
And here's Jordan Mercer. You've been impressed with her as well, as we see Courtney jump off, and she's first up onto the beach after the ski here in the final race of the Eliminator, round 6 at Newcastle.
Courtney comes up a little bit of a stumble. That's the rocky side of the beach she's just run out of, and looking super strong. She's got that little bit of a break now to Harriet. You saw her back here putting her goggles on her head, ready to go for this next swim leg. And make no mistake, both of these girls, excellent swimmers that could perform in the still water if they wanted to.
Look, Liz Plumemers in third position here. She's got a great rate on. She's not throwing this one in yet.
Wow, she's come through from the back of the pack too. Into third. Is that an ominous sign? Jordan Mercer hot on her tail, doing really well. Look at the whole field going left again. Rebecca Creedy, our fastest swimmer in the field. What can she do in this swim leg?
All right, our current placings. Let's have a look at them. Courtney Hancock, Harriet Brown, Liz Plumemers, Jordan Mercer and Rebecca Creedy. Our top 5 as we get into the swim leg.
As you can see, Rebecca Creedy going right out to the right-hand side. All the other girls are shooting out in this rip. Rebecca Creedy's chose to take the shortest route, but I don't think that's the answer. Look at these waves out the back, crashing down, under they go. Be interesting to see who gets to the can first, but I think it'll be the girls on the left. But Beck, she's having a crack, taking a chance.
She's taking a chance. That's what you got to do at this point in this final race. No use coming 5th and not trying something unique. She's cut a little bit of distance there. Look at that. It's worked quite well for her. She's actually made a little ground before the swimming's really started.
Yeah, and the swell's lifted, hasn't it?
There was a couple of good sets in that, so hopefully the girls will be hoping they'll get one of them on the way back in.
I think that's part of what's just happened to help Beck, is those sets came through on the left side, which stopped the rip doing its natural flow. It held it up for a moment, and she's right on the tail of third spot there, about, what, 3 body lengths back now, and she's in the running.
Yeah, Courtney Hancock, she's out in front. Liz Plumemers trying to drag her back in, and Liz has had a great day. All she needed to do was finish in the top 10 to seal the series. She's done that, and there's Courtney around the cans. We'll find out, can she stay there very soon? This is Channel 9's Wide World of Sports, the Nutri-Grain Ironwoman Series. Great to have your company. It's all come down to this. Newcastle, race 3 of the Eliminator. So only 5 left in the Iron Women for Nutri-Grain, and it's Liz Plumemers who has won the series, but her great adversary, Courtney Hancock, leading the way.
And only a little bit of swimming, a little run and a board leg left in the whole season for these girls. And do they finish it off on a high note?
Here's a nice little wave for the girls. They're trying to get over that one. Courtney Hancock just dropping off it. A few of the girls standing up. The top 3, they should be on this. Courtney, Harriet, and Liz.
Hey!
Oh, wow. Oh, someone great surfing.
I think that's just Courtney who's won that.
Ended up with Courtney. Look at this, John. She's pushed through that really nicely as well. Got stuck in that last little bit, but she's up and away.
Well, that's what we saw last season, didn't we? Courtney would just catch those waves every single time.
And hold them.
Yeah, and hold them. And there she is. She charges up the beach. She's got a good lead, Courtney Hancock. Just the board to go, but Liz is stalking. Liz Plumemers just behind her. Then there's Harriet Brown, Rebecca Creedy, and Jordan Mercer.
And this is where I think Courtney's struggled this year, especially on the board. But this is where Liz has excelled. She's paddled the board so strong this year.
And look at Liz chasing her down. Courtney's got to forget about Liz and do her own thing. That's what's working for her today. She's got to not think about her, but Liz is hot on her tail.
Yeah, it's a lot better day for Courtney Hancock, regardless of the result here, but she'll want to win it. And there she is, right next to her. They're not best friends. No Christmas cards. A swap from board to board here.
And Liz just sat up and Courtney went over on the knees, and Liz got away with that little bit there. I just wonder, is Courtney thinking about Liz a little bit too much? I just talked about it. When she comes up and says, I'm here, does she panic a little bit?
And Jordan Mercer just dragged herself onto the board. She's currently in 5th position. Jordan.
Great board paddler, chin down nice and low, but here we are back out in front. Liz, here she goes on that board. Out in front, nice and long, rating really well.
Doesn't she look so elegant? Liz Plumemers just cruised past Courtney, and Liz Plumemers desperate to make it 5 from 6, which in sporting terms is absolutely extraordinary, Liz.
Oh, that is incredible. But look at Courtney Hancock, very smart, is laying down on the wash behind Liz. She's getting the right. See her sitting there? She's on that little wash right behind the back of the board, saving probably about 15-20% of her energy. Liz is going to be hard to get past, but Courtney's actually sucking in those big breaths now, getting ready for a big finish. This could be hot. And look at Harriet, come up on the inside.
Harriet Brown now on the yellow board. So Liz out in front on the blue. We're on board with Courtney, and Courtney desperate to win as Harriet tries to take her on the inside, and I think she's just got her, hasn't she, Reese?
Yeah, she's cut on the inside, and there you have it there. She's made her way through past Courtney. You could see a little bit of desperation on Courtney's face. Look at Harriet gasping for air. But look at Liz Plumemers. She'll get first crack at these runners. They lift their rate. They should jump on their knees very soon. Harriet does so. There goes Liz.
Liz Plumemers. Take a bow, ladies and gentlemen. It has been an extraordinary summer for Elizabeth Plumemers from country Queensland, this 26-year-old. She was runner-up last year. The year before, she'd had a sabbatical. Now she's back, bigger, brighter, more powerful than ever, and she is going to win this final race, it looks like. Harriet Brown just behind her, then it's Courtney Hancock, Rebecca Creedy and Jordan Mercer, but Liz.
Here
That's
it
what
is.
the chant on the beach is.
Here it is. Here's the winning wave for Liz Plumemers. She should get over that. There's the champ.
That's incredible. Courtney Hancock's going to join Harriet Brown for a sprint finish for 2nd or 3rd. But it's over to Liz Plumemers, the star of the year. 5 out of 6 race victories. That's incredible. Look at the look on her face.
Liz Plumemers, she cheers, she smiles, she high-fives, and nothing could dampen her spirits right at the moment. Elizabeth Plumemers goes through 5 from 6. Well done, my friend. Outstanding stuff. Harriet Brown, Courtney Hancock there. Let's get down to Ashland on the beach.
Congratulations, Liz. Round and series winner. Must be a good feeling.
That's the best one by far. Oh my gosh, that was so good.
Why is that one the sweetest, do you think? It is number 3, of course. Series number 3 for you.
Yeah, just to finish on a high like that, come away with the series win and the win for the round. Unbelievable.
The Australian titles are coming up next. You've already won the gold, you've now won the series. Can you do the Triple Crown? I guess that would be the aim.
That's definitely the goal. It's been the goal since the start of the season, but I don't want to get too much pressure on myself, so I'll just take it as it comes.
Congratulations, Liz. Soak it up.
Well done, Liz, and we see some vision of Jordan Mercer crossing the line. Reese, just brilliant, Liz.
Yeah, what an amazing summer for that girl, but just reward. We talked about how hard she trains, how hard she works. Deserved winner, champion girl.
And the big one for me, Harriet Brown, who came through in 2nd in that race. A big improvement this year. Look out for her next year. She's starting to believe in herself.
Yeah, and Courtney Hancock's popped her head up in this final race. Well done, Courtney. And Rebecca Creedy, extraordinary 4th there, just ahead of Jordan Mercer.
There we go, back with Liz on the board, and you see the look on her face. This just makes us all happy, doesn't it, to see someone overcome all that she has, have a break, come back and be so dominant.
All right, let's get back down to Ashland. She's on the beach.
Congratulations, Rebecca Creedy. You're on the podium in 2nd position. You must be happy with that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a great summer. My results have been super consistent, and although today didn't end up the way I wanted it to, and feeling a little flat today, but, you know, overall it's been a great summer and some great results. Hopefully to next year I can lead on to bigger and better things.
Yeah, you've been right up there. You've shown that you could possibly win a title. Is that the aim next year?
Absolutely. Every year it's that long-term goal getting closer and closer. So, yeah, it's definitely within
reaching distance now. So just looking forward to next summer and have a couple of days off and get back into it.
Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Yeah, great performance by Rebecca Creedy, finishing second in the series. So round 6, here are the results. Liz Plumemers out in front, Harriet Brown, Courtney Hancock, Rebecca Creedy, Jordan Mercer, Brodie Moyer, Amy Nerthen and Tara Coleman. And Devon Halligan, Tian Raymond, Emma Dick, Danielle McKenzie, Crystal Smith, hasn't been a wonderful series for her, Maddie Dunn and Hannah Minogue. 15 wonderful athletes, but Liz Plumemers, the top of the pops. We've got Jack Moy's gang up here. Jack's from Terrigal. They've all travelled up to Newcastle. Wes is there. The boys are getting ready. There it is. Jack's pack. Channel 9's Wide World of Sports. Ali Day pensive. It's all to come. Stick around. A great afternoon.
She's cool, she's calm, and she's in control. And that's exactly how Liz Plumemers cruised to victory today, sealing the series while she was at it with a huge smile on her face. So for the 5th time this season, Liz Plumemers is on top of the podium. She's had almost a perfect year. In 2nd place today, Harriet Brown. In 3rd position, Courtney Hancock. So Reese, let's take a look at where the series points finished up for 2014-2015. Liz Plumemers, the clear leader. She's 20 points ahead of her nearest competitor. Rebecca Creedy and Harriet Brown both had extremely consistent seasons. Not much separated them in the end, just 3 points. Courtney Hancock jumped up to 4th after today's strong performance. Jordan Mercer finished 5th. Maddie Dunn, Brodie Moyer and Emma Dick all made the top 8. That means they all automatically qualify for next year's series.
Over the page, Amy Nerthen in that lucky number 9. She'll be a little bit disappointed, but she'll go away through the qualifying series and try and get herself back here next year. Tara Coleman, a great result, number 10. She's getting more consistent each year. Crystal Smith, the veteran, in number 11. She'll be a little bit disappointed with that, but I'm sure she will bounce back. Tian Raymond in number 12. A big learning curve for the young girl from North Queensland. And rounding out our 15 is Hannah Minogue.
And we will have a presentation for our top 3, Liz Plumemers, Rebecca Creedy and Harriet Brown, coming up a little bit later. But first, we need to see the Ironman do battle, and we are in for such an exciting race because we actually have 4 potential series winners. It is still technically possible for Matt Poole or Kai Hurst to be crowned champion, although it is unlikely. They would need a lot of things to go their way for that to happen. It is most likely we will see either Ali Day or Shannon Eckstein win this year's series. Reese, I guess it's going to come down to who wants it the most.
You're exactly right. Who does want it the most? Look, put simply, Ali Day, if he gets 1st or 2nd, he's won the series. He would be aiming to do that, obviously. But there's one problem. If he finishes 3rd or worse and Shannon goes on to win this, which he is quite capable of doing because he's won this format so many times, then Shannon wins the series. So it's going to be a ding-dong battle today. I can't wait.
I can't wait either. Let's have a look at where the series points are at. Heading into round 6, Ali Day, he's the leader, but only by 4 points. As Reese said, he needs to finish 1st or 2nd today. Shannon Eckstein will be doing everything he can to win this race himself. Matt Poole, Kai Hurst, hanging in there just. Kendrick Louis in 5th. Luke Cuff rounding out the top 8. It is so close towards the bottom of that top 8, and that's where things will get really competitive as well.
Yeah, and number 9, Matt Bevilacqua, the Tasmanian kid. He is just behind Luke Cuff. He's on 38 points. Then there's Tannen Linden, 37 points. The veteran Nathan Smith on 36. And Kane Eckstein sitting on 34. So how close is that for those guys trying to make the top 8? Rounding out our 15 is Sammy Hamilton.
All right, well, the boys aren't too far away. Reese, you better get up to the commentary box. I can't wait to see this race. It is going to be so exciting. But before we do, let's hear from one of our favourite and most colourful competitors, Matt Poole.
Yeah, it's cool having Isaac up here for a couple of weeks. You know, he's got his heart set on making the Nutri-Grain Ironman series in the future, so it's cool to be able to show him what needs to be done to get there.
When I first started watching the series, Pooley was the guy with the pink hair, and that's who I remembered, so I've always just followed him and look up to him. Like, when I'm training and stuff, that's who I want to be, and it's good to be up here training with him.
From tea tree to the beach. Let's do it.
I remember when I was young, there was a lot of professional Ironmen running around that were in the Nutri-Grain series that I used to look up to, and you know, I was lucky that a couple of them took me under their wing and they showed me a lot of how it was done. They told me that, you know, I need to lose that young punk attitude and get serious about my training if I want to compete and be a contender. I can still remember going down to Manly Beach and watching Kai Hurst race in the professional series, and I was still running around with a little nipper board. Now that old dog's still running around beating me. So I think there's definitely, in the years to come, I'll see, you know, Smith on the back of the togs and I'll be chasing him around the course. I'm not that young kid that's walked onto the scene, and, you know, I've got to kind of step up and get my racing together. I think it's time to try and win some titles, win a couple more races. So I think this year is going to be exciting. You know, I'm looking forward to getting out there and racing again, and every year you're getting a little bit more wise, a little bit more experience.
All right, the men are ready to race. This is the Eliminator. It's the survival of the fittest, and our champion will be crowned today. Who will it be? Will Ali Day win his maiden title, or will Shannon Eckstein claim number 9? Let's find out. Your commentators for the race are Trevor Hendy, Reece Drury and Tim Gilbert.
Thank you, Ashlyn. They're nice and nervous here. Newcastle, round 6 for the men. Let's have a look at the start list. And, of course, there he is, Shannon Eckstein, the main man. If he wins today and Ali Day doesn't get second, well, the series is his again. Kai Hurst, Kendrick Louis, Matt Poole, Kane Eckstein, Tannen Linden, Jackson Maynard, Matt Bevilacqua. Then it's Jack Moyes, Nathan Smith, Luke Cove, Hayden Allen, Sam Hamilton, Alistair Day, Ali Day we like to call him, and Wes Berg, our 15 competitors. And there are the boys all getting ready. The business end is with Ali Day and Shannon Eckstein, and Wes gives us a wave. Kane, of course, Shannon focus, so is Kai. Literally 4 can win this. Logically, only 2. There is Ali Day, 3 in, and he is extra determined. He is our series leader, and can he stay that way at the end of round 6? The Eliminator round, Shannon loves it. We're ready to go at Newcastle. Off and racing.
And as you'd expect, a torrid start. They've got to get... Oh! Wes Berg, that's Wes Berg, has just missed his board. Potentially the fastest board batter. Look at him go on the right now. He is absolutely chasing. Come on, Wes Berg. He's got to do a little bit of catching up now. See Shannon Eckstein flying out on the left. Matt Poole in a good position there too. And that's Wes Berg, second from the right. Over there, he's already moved up close to that front of that pack on the right. Great recovery, Wes.
And we will break down the equation, this very interesting series equation, very, very shortly. But this is the Eliminator format, 3 races. Let's have a look at the course map. There's Ali Day going feverishly. Trev, there it is.
Well, this is one of our favourites. It's for the short course specialists, and Shannon Eckstein's the king of this. It's all short. We start with a little board paddle around, a quick run. Off onto the ski, that's our longest leg. Back around, another quick run. Then our short swim. You must get in the top 10 to make the second round. Must get in the top 5 to make the third round. It repeats, the order changes.
Interesting. I know it's very early, Reece, but 11th spot for Ali Day, and obviously he knows he needs to be right up the front if he's going to clinch this series. There's Matty Poole currently leading the way.
Yeah, Ali, I know Ali, he's an endurance guy. He'll work his way into this race, but look how close these guys are. Look how bunched they are. It's so hard to get your arms in without getting knocked by a board, whacked by someone else's leg. It's tough, but there's Ali Day. He is at the back. He needs to get a wiggle on.
All right, Trev, give us the equation. How does it have to work today for Ali Day or Shannon Eckstein to be on the top of the podium?
Well, let's start with Matty Poole because he's still a chance. If Matt finishes first, Ali has to finish 7th or worse, and Shannon Eckstein 4th or worse. That can happen. The field is so tight right now. But the big one really, Shannon and Ali. For Ali to win, he basically needs to finish top 2 if Shannon Eckstein wins. For Shannon to win, he's got to win it and put Ali outside of that top 2.
Well,
and it's a chance.
Yeah, he's right up near the front now, Shannon Eckstein. There's Matty Poole in 4th position now. And I think you'll find that Shannon has cruised his way to the front. He wants to stay there all day. He's got 3 races. If he stays there at the end, he is a chance of winning his 9th title. Yep, that is Shannon Eckstein's board out in front.
Look at this, though. Look at this wave coming through from the back. Look at all these competitors on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think there's about 10 guys on there, all coming through on Shannon. Shannon.
And Ali Day has missed that wave at this point in time. Ali Day has missed the wave. First things first, get in the top 10, Ali Day. That's him at the back on that second wave on the green board on the left, our left.
Wouldn't that just be a tragedy, sporting terms anyway, if Ali Day wasn't to make the top 10? But here they come charging around. It's all pretty congested, and as you mentioned, Ali missing that last wave. Wes Berg, hasn't he found some ground just to be at the back of the pack with Kane here?
Matt Bevilacqua was flying up the beach and the young Taswegian. Here's Ali now.
Yeah, Matty leads the way. Nathan Smith, Tannen Linden, Kendrick Louis and Matt Poole. Shannon Eckstein, Jackson Maynard, Luke Cuff, Kane Eckstein and Wes Berg. So they are our top 10. So there's Wes in 10th. So Ali is just behind him in 11th spot right at the moment as Wes carves his way out on the ski.
And you wouldn't think it these days with the swell being so small, but the field is getting so competitive that Ali Day, who's very, very fast, is now sitting in 11th spot. But look for him to make a move in this ski leg.
Yeah, he'll have to. He'll have to, because if Shannon wins, he needs to come second. Otherwise, the series, a remarkable 9th series, will go the way of Shannon. And there he is, Ali, going as hard as he possibly can to make up ground. This is the Nutri-Grain Ironman Series. On board there with Tannen Linden. We've got plenty more coming up here on Channel 9's Wide World of Sports. Great to have your company. What a day we've got. Postcard picture perfect day here at Newcastle, and it's Kane Eckstein who's found his way to the front here in the ski, and of course all focus on both his brother and Ali Day to see who is going to end up with the series victory. It is that tight.
What a great shot that was. You could see the speed of these skis going. Wesy Berg, Kendrick Louis, Kane Eckstein, Shannon over in the middle of the screen, and a great paddle from Tannen Linden. And I think that's Matty Bev's trying to push over the top of this wave. Some great ski paddling from these top guys.
Yeah, look at Tannen coming down. He's just cruising down the edge of that wave, isn't he, Tannen?
Yeah, and on that pink and grey ski. It's great to see Tannen up there. He needs a good result to try and make it into that top 8 as that wave explodes behind them.
All right, that's 7. 7 of our top 10, and look how many there are on the next wave. There's 3 more. That makes 10 all up. Let's have a look at who's currently sitting in a chance to stay in this race.
Well, there he is, Kendrick Louis and Shannon Eckstein side by side right at the minute, but Tannen Linden, he's leading the way. The top 10 survive here. The rest are gone. So let's get down to Ashland.
All right, we're heading into the swim leg, the final leg of this race. It's all about the top 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Top 7. These guys are going for
Well done, Ashland. The crowd just drowning her out there a bit, but you got the gist of it. Tannen Linden in front, Kendrick Louis, Matt Bevilacqua, Shannon Eckstein, Wes Berg, Kane Eckstein, Luke Cuff, Nathan Smith, Ali Day in 9th now, then Jackson Maynard. But the point she made also was that Matt Poole isn't in the top 10. So Matty Poole's some work to do. Also, Ali Day, he needs to make sure he gets comfortably through in this top 10 to be there in that next race.
And we talk about, you know, Matt Poole and Ali Day being the front runners for the series. Shannon Eckstein just gets out the front and gets the job done. Matty and Ali are back there in Panic Town, back around 10th and 12th.
Long wait again too. That tide's really dropped out now, so the guys are really going to have to work on their legs and their wading. Porpoise dive under these waves. Look how close this front pack is. They're trying to get to that first can as quick as they can. It's on this pace out in front for a first race. This is crucial, this part of the race.
Yeah, Tannen Linden still out in front. He's doing a great job. Of course, his series has been moderate in contrast to his breakout season last year when he started in the Nutri-Grain Ironman Series. But he's doing well in this particular race, the first of our 3 eliminators.
Yes, well, probably poor for him, actually, because top 6 last year. But I think it says a lot about the middle of the field, how much they're catching up. It's so strong. The depth is really, really there in this Ironman racing now. Nutri-Grain Series has gone through a bit of a renaissance. So many kids want to get into this sport right now. It's a huge sport in the grassroots of surf lifesaving, and it's really starting to show in the depth of the field.
Yeah, and Tannen knows that he needs to finish well if he's going to squeeze his way into the top 8 and then qualify naturally and straight through for next year's series.
Isn't he swimming well there, Reece? Look at him on the right-hand side. Nice and long and strong. He doesn't look erratic at all, but he's still holding on to that lead. That's a really good job.
Yeah, you'll find with most of these guys, they've got pretty good technique, you know, nice high arms, reaching out in the water, nice strong catches. It's really good to watch for all those kids out there. Watch these guys swim the ocean.
And there you can see Ali Day just there. He's coming through the field beautifully, isn't he? He's really moving into it.
Got a little run too. Just came through. Look at this wave.
Here's the wave.
Oh, nothing. Look at the one behind.
Next one. It's the next one. There's going to be a few on this.
Here we go. Ali Day coming through the field. He needs to. He needs to be in the top 10, yes. Oh, how many? We've got about 10 on that one.
That's 11 on that wave.
Yeah, and a few out the back just standing there, but they're going to charge up here. So the first 2:10 here are home. You can see Ali there, third from the left. So he looks like he's going to be safe. But remember, his work's going to come late if he's going to win this series, and Shannon gets out in front. So coming through first, Tannen Linden. Well done, Tannen. Shannon Eckstein just behind him. There's Kendrick. There's Ali, nice and safe. Matty Poole has charged back into it. Luke Cuff, Kane Eckstein, Matt Bevilacqua, Kai Hurst, and Wes Berg. So Wes, after him, everybody else is done for the day. That'll be Nathan Smith, Jackson Maynard, Jack Moyes, Hayden Allen, and Sam Hamilton, of course, has gone for the day.
On that wave with those guys and fell over when he stood up.
Yeah, just those small things can hurt you. Jack Moyes getting a great cheer from his friends from Terrigal. Let's get down to Ashland. She's on the sand.
Tannen, well done. Strong first race.
Yeah, you know, just had to make sure that I was in that top 10 and, you know, felt strong out in front and sort of just none of the boys really wanted to lead, so I was like, all right, I'll take it. And, you know, sort of just jumped out in front and was enjoying myself, so it's good.
2 more races to go. It's all about getting in that top 8 to finish the season, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. You know, I've got Bevy and Cuffy to worry about, but, you know, I'm just going to go out there and have fun and enjoy myself, and that's how you're going to race. So
good luck.
Cheers, thank you.
Yeah, well done, Tannen. So these are the official results through Linden, Shannon Eckstein, then Louis, Day, Poole, Cuff, Eckstein, Bevilacqua, Hurst and Berg. So they're our top 10. Well done to Ali Day, finished comfortably in the top 10. Then the ones that are gone, Nathan Smith, Jackson Maynard, Jack Moyes, Hayden Allen and Sam Hamilton. Of course, Ali Day. Well done to Ali to qualify so well. He's down with Ashland.
Tough race, Ali?
Yeah, that's first one's always the hardest. The second one's always the most stressful, and the third one's almost that's the most painful. So just got to get through this one and get through the next one. So
good luck.
One step at a time. Thank you.
Gee, Ali Day sounds good. I like the way he's talking. He looks good to me.
Yeah, let's get back to Ashland. She has another guy performing well, Matty Bevilacqua.
Matt, well done. You're looking strong out there in race 1. You're obviously fighting to get in that top 8. You're in 9th position at the moment. You must really want to be in there to re-qualify for next year.
Yeah, really feeling it at the moment. That was really hot racing. You know, yeah, that top 8's always in the back of my mind, but just got to treat it leg by leg and race by race. So I think we've got 40 seconds till start or starting, so better get back into it.
Get out there. Good luck.
Yeah, he managed to smile, so well done there from Matt Bevilacqua and Ali Day. Inch by inch is a cinch, mile by mile's a trial. Trev, that's the only way you can do it.
All the cliches are coming out right now, aren't they? But it is absolutely true as we come to the second chance to qualify now for the final. 10 on the line, 5 to go through. The 5 most proudest will be standing on the line, knowing they've made it this far.
Well, I'm feeling a little bit nervous. The pressure, you know, trying to re-qualify, trying to win a series. I'm feeling a little bit nervous myself.
Oh, well, you just tense down because you retired some years ago. Let's just sit here and watch it. Here it is, race 2 in the Eliminator.
Wow, another start. Pace is hot. Tannen Linden on this side is going to get the opportunity to run across the bank and dive into the little bit of a rip on the left. Look, they're all going over that way, but Tannen's got the start. There he is right over there on that left side. Now, he's in that battle to re-qualify, and Kane Eckstein's coming up hot on their heels as well. So we'll break that down a little bit more as we go, but it's important for him to get into that top 5 to give himself a chance.
Well, just where we are at the moment, logically, Ali Day or Shannon Eckstein will be the series winner. I know there was some mathematics that would allow Matt Poole and Kai to do it, but that's not going to happen. One of those two are going to win. And then, of course, the other massive equation is top 8 qualify automatically next year, Trev.
That's right. So we mentioned Kai Hurst. We go down to Kendrick Lewis sitting in 5th, pretty comfortable. Wes Berg in 6th. Jack Moyes a few points in 7th. 8th is the big one. Luke Cuff Matt Bevilacqua, Tannen Linden, Nathan Smith and Kane Eckstein, all with 4 points between them. So it's really, really hot who gets through in these rounds. Jack Moy's looking comfortable. Right now, Luke Cuff out. Tannen Linden a chance to jump up, but Kane Eckstein hot on his heels.
Yeah, that's some close racing right there. And you can feel that intensity out here as we get back to the swim leg. It's a short swim now. They waited halfway out with this tide going out. It's a real sprint, this swim. As we look down here, who else but in front in the swim leg? Kai Hurst. But he'll need a bit of a lead, Kai, with these other guys hot on his heels.
Yeah, and you can see Ali Day coming through here now. Ali Day with that hairdo, you can't miss it. And he faces up to us at the camera. He must know where the cameras are, he knows it. And Shannon's right next to Kai, right at the front as well.
That's the big thing for me. He's looking so good. Shannon just looks so calm and composed, and like he is when he's really, really on. He seems to be really, really on. As they get this little wave come through, Ali Day got a bit of a run on that as well.
They're desperate here. They're desperate to try and pick up one of these waves. A little bit of backstroke happening to the right. Kai and Shannon, where are they going to come? Ali now. Ali, will he get it? Falls off the back.
Just missed.
Shannon.
Look at that surfing from both these guys. Kai Hurst, Shannon Eckstein. Who else? What great body surfing. A little buffer zone now. That takes a little bit of pressure off them, puts those pressure back on the boys behind.
Okay. And the boys behind are waiting to get out too. They didn't pick up a wave. That doesn't help the heart rate.
Feverish stuff, this. It really is. Let's have a look at them as they come up the beach. Only the top 5 survive. So it's Shannon Eckstein, Kai Hurst. 3 more will be alive once we get there. Of course, there's still a bit to go in this race. Kendrick Louis, Ali Day and Kane Eckstein. If it stays that way, well, they'll be our final 5. But there's more to come here, and they know it. So a good swim there from particularly these 2 experienced, brilliant campaigners of Eckstein, Shannon and Kai Hurst on the ski. Here we go. This is the way we look after the swim. And out in front, it is Shannon Eckstein, Kai Hurst, Kendrick Louis, Ali Day and Kane Eckstein. Then it is Matt Poole, Matt Bevilacqua, Wes Berg, Tannen Linden and Luke Cuff.
And Tannen Linden has that spot on the left-hand side of the starting line, which means his pink ski, when we see it, he flew out on the rip. There's Ali Day. He's moved up nicely next to Matt Poole in a pretty solid position, but that's Tannen Linden that moved right up on his left.
Here we are on board with Kane Eckstein. Look at that rate. Jesus, strong character. He's determined look on his face. Wesy Berg just off the side of him. And there's Manny Poole on his other shoulder.
Kane Eckstein had some bicep problems in Perth. Some opportunities to get himself up near the front. Things haven't gone his way. Can he turn it round? Nine's Wide World of Sports. More after this. Channel 9's Wide World of Sports. This is race 2 of the Eliminator, the Ironman Series. It's come down to this for Nutri-Grain and Shannon Eckstein and Ali Day. Who will be the series winner after all of this? We're on the ski, then it's the board. There's Ali right in the middle of your screen right there. Tannen Linden just to his left. He's fighting, of course, to be in that top 8, so he doesn't have to go through that very difficult qualification stage.
Oh, and I've been nervous the whole day, but it's really starting to build up right now, looking at these guys, and it's like listening to the helicopters when you raced, and the helicopter used to hang over the top of your race, and you hear it and you get nervous straight away. It's fantastic to watch.
There's Wes Berg in centre screen. Ali was just to his left. Shannon Eckstein powering through, isn't he? So Ali knows what he needs to do. If Shannon stays that way through the course of the afternoon, he's got to be right on his heels. He's got to be second if he's going to get to the top of the podium for the series.
Doesn't Shannon Eckstein just make it look so easy? I just can't believe how composed he is, calm he is. Look at him there. It's hardly even breathing heavily. But he's definitely in control here as we see the other boys, Matty Bev, Ali Day, trying to push over a few little runners. Their rate increases to try and get down these waves, and they're doing that at the moment.
We talked about first things first in the first race. Now in the second round, Ali Day has to get in a position to qualify now. He's sitting equal 4th, 5th and 6th. You know, that's hard work back there.
Yeah, that red zone, it gets bigger and bigger when you're lower in the top 5. So here it is. He needs to be in this top 5, and we're going to have a look at the current placings in just a tick. Ali's right on the edge behind Pooley as we speak. Shannon's out in front. There's Kai. Of course, all these guys pretty much guaranteed that they will qualify next year. Shannon Eckstein, this is the way we sit. Shannon Eckstein, Matt Bevilacqua, Kane Eckstein, Kai Hurst, Matt Poole, Ali Day's in 6th. so he's sitting outside. Then Kendrick Louis, Wes Berg, Tannen Linden and Luke Cuff.
Well, once again, the depth of the field's really showing itself. To see Ali Day, Kendrick Louis and Tannen Linden back there, these three were always in that top 5 last year, that top 6.
Look how tight it is here. A few little bumps and a few little waves just holding them up. Shannon clear out in front. The other boys just popping over that wave. But Ali Day's made a move. Kai Hurst is struggling, laying down, breathing heavily, slow rate. Kai Hurst looks like he's in a bit of trouble there.
He's jumped on the back of Ali Day's wash, and that's Ali Day pushing up there to get him back into 4th spot. Here's Kai.
There's Kai there. We're on board with him right at the moment. A superstar of this sport for so many years. You can actually see Ali go past. It's almost like he's got a little outboard motor, and he cruises past Kai Hurst as he ducks down again.
Oh, there's this little thing you get in sometimes where you get out of rhythm with the chops and you're on your tummy, you haven't got the room to get up to your knees just yet, and it's all horrible from there, and that's what it looked like to me with Kai Hurst.
Alrighty, Matty Bevilacqua doing very well. Matt Poole right up near the front, and there is Ali Day storming into the top 5. He knows he's got to get in, then he's got to recalibrate and get right up near the finish if he's going to make this little fairy tale of his come true in Newcastle. But it's Shannon Eckstein, this superstar of the sport, with fresh air behind him, and the others looking for the wave to catch up.
And you can see the bumps in the background of these little swells coming through. And this is what Shannon Eckstein does so well. As we're on here with Bevy, he's rating up. This has been a great race so far. If he can get into this top 5, that will be awesome for the Taswegian. Matty Poole just on the outside. Look at him rate. They're trying to get to the beach as quick as they can here.
Matty Bevilacqua desperate to get in the top 8.
Oh, he's got a good
great runner there.
Fantastic job. But look at the waves at the back. It's moving around left, right and centre. The top 5 is the big money.
So we've got Shannon out in front. Then there's Bevy and Kane. The race is on out the back here between the next 3, Kai, Cooley and Ali.
Yeah, there they are. They're all on the wave together. Let's have a look at this, boys. Let's look at it very, very closely. Ali on our far left, Pooley in the middle, Kai Hurst to the far right. Those 3 are through, so they're safe. Here's Ali far left, Pooley in the middle. Pooley charges up the middle. It's going to be Ali Day, Kai Hurst. Ali Day, Kai Hurst. Ali's got the momentum, and he gets ahead of Kai.
Wow.
And Ali sneaks through in 5th. Kai looks over his shoulder. His day is over, but he's had another terrific series. But whew, Ali Day, he snuck in 5th spot. So Shannon's through safely, winning that race. We have 1 race to go. Ding, ding, the final battle round. Let's get down to Ashland on the beach.
Did that one hurt, Ali?
Oh, yeah, that one hurts. I just got through. I was really lucky. So, you know, me, Pooley and Bev, we need to work together now. We're off from the little bar.
That's the plan?
Yeah, that's the plan. Hang on as long as you can. Thank you.
1 to go. Good luck.
Wow, it all comes down to this. Matt Poole comes in, gives him a huge hug. This is the moment. This is his chance.
All right, the race result, Shannon Eckstein out in front, then his brother Kane, then it's these 3 guys from Mooloolaba, Matt Bevilacqua, Matty Poole and Ali Day. Ashland is down on the beach. He's got someone else very, very special to talk to. Ashland, over to you.
You made race number 2 look easy, Shannon. How are you feeling heading into the 3rd and final one?
Yeah, feeling as good as can be. It's nice when you get a few waves there. It makes it a lot easier. So I look around, everyone's hurting, everyone's in the same boat. Wanting to go for the year, so I'll give it me all.
Sounding confident.
We'll see how it goes. I'm always fighting.
Good luck.
There he is, Shannon Eckstein, this superstar, regardless of what happens in this final race. He is an 8-time winner looking for 9. So if he wins and Ali finishes 3rd or less in this final race, Shannon does it again. Can you believe it?
Oh, I love him. I love the way he goes about it. He just looks like he's got so much more in the tank today. Got to love Ali's attitude. He's digging deep. He's going to team up with his mates. But, Reece, how good does Shannon look?
So calm. The contrast between the 2 guys then was amazing. Shannon Eckstein, like the Iceman that he is. That was really cool. Great to see Bevy in the final.
Yeah, he's done well, Matt Bevilacqua. He wants to be a part of the top 8. But Shannon Eckstein, this king, and his brother next to him. So it's the Ecksteins versus the Mooloolaba boys. Last race. And we're off, Trev.
Oh, and the pace, as you would expect, super hot. This is really important. They come down. Shannon's a good spot on the start line. He's over that north side, the left side of the field. He gets that deeper water. Look how quick he's going to get on here. He's away. He's away so fast. Ali Day a little bit slower on that side. And Shannon Eckstein has taken off. He looks so calm. And look at him. Away he goes. He's already got 4 or 5 ski lengths.
Ali over this side. That's Ali going straight past our camera. Matty Poole next to him. And it's Shannon out in front. Matty Bevilacqua is just behind that. And Kane Eckstein makes up our top 5 right at the minute.
I'm super impressed by that start race.
Oh, here we go.
Looking at that, there's Shannon on the top left. As he comes in, watch how quick he puts his ski down. So they're racing across that shallow bank. Shannon throws it down, gets on in one action, down, paddles next to it. Look, he's on and away. The other guys are still bunny hopping, stepping around. Shannon is away, and that made the difference.
This is the format. He's made his own, and he's just supreme. Look at him in contrast to the other guys. High in his action and just so rhythmical. That is Shannon Eckstein. Now, of course, Ali Day needs to finish right next to him or ahead of him if he's going to be the series winner. Let's get down to Ashlyn. She is on the sand. Ashlyn, to you.
Kai, that was a tight race, especially among the top 6, and unfortunately you finished in number 6, so just missed out on this final race.
Yeah, you know, it's tough. You know, I was running up the beach with Ali Day there, and you know, he's in a title contention. So, you know, but really, I gave it everything I had, and he just had, you know, the legs at the end. But look, for me personally, I'm ecstatic about it. I can't do this without, you know, the support of the fans here, my family, and my sponsors. Nutri-Grain have been fantastic. Coleman Home, Subaru, Hamilton Island. You know, without their support, you know, I can't do what I do here on the beach, and you know, I'm very grateful.
We're watching such a tight race out there. Who's your tip to take it out?
Oh, look, you know, Shannon's looking strong. He's looking so strong, but I'd love to see Ali win a series, hey? I think it's great for the sport, and he's such a good kid. I just, you know, I've been following Ali's career for a long time now since he came onto the scene, and he's matured into a bright young man who's got a big future ahead.
Well done, Kai.
Thank you. Cheers, guys.
Yeah, doesn't he speak well, Kai Hurst? Well said, a true champion himself. And look, he makes the point as we watch Ali Day charge up onto the beach just behind Shannon and Matt Bevilacqua in between those two, how important it is to just propagate yourself, because it's not easy to be a professional Ironman. There's money in it, but there's not millions upon millions.
Oh, no, there certainly isn't. You've really got to get yourself in a position like this to win a series, to keep your sponsors going, everything else. And this is so important right now for Ali Day, because this is his career-defining opportunity to win the series. We thought Shannon looked electrifying. Ali Day, after puffing like nothing else at the end of that last race, has come through and chasing Shannon back into the water. This is a ding-dong battle.
Well, you've got two brothers versus the Mooloolaba boys. Eckstein, that is Shannon out in front, Ali Day, Matt Bevilacqua, Matt Poole and Kane Eckstein. Now, how can you team up here? What can others do to try and keep Kane away?
Well, I think Shannon just missed his opportunity, didn't he? Because Kane is at the back of the pack. So Shannon's missed the chance to move side by side like he has done in previous seasons. But now Ali Day is putting it to him. He's sitting in between the whole lot and saying, no, Shannon, you're dealing with me today, and that's all.
And you see Matty Bev, though, he's taking out in front. He's throwing the apple into the cart, that's for sure. But look at Ali Day. He's stuck to him like a magnet, and you'll see Ali trying to creep up on the outside of him to get to that can first.
All right, this is Nine's Wide World of Sports. It's crunch time. Don't go anywhere. Stay right where you are. Back in just a tick.
That's it. Kick your buddy in the face.
Thank you, water, for being my teacher. Thank you, water, for being my teacher. Face the water.
Now we're doing push-ups.
This This is the final round of the Nutri-Grain Ironman series, but make sure you keep an eye out for deep water. That's not too far away. These guys aren't in deep water literally right at the moment, but they're in deep water when it comes to the series. Who is going to win? Who will prevail? Will it be Shannon Eckstein? Will it be Ali Day? We are in the swim, and there's Ali almost going right over the top of our camera, and he's not letting Shannon get out of his sight.
How is this? He's right on his hip. This is for the series. Ali Day just has to stick with Shannon Eckstein and get a break on third place. All Shannon can do is win and hope the rest falls into place. Ali Day's going to pick up this wave and join Shannon again.
Well, there he is. He had to stand up, and Ali just cruises up to Shannon. He's staying on him, isn't he? Like a seagull on a chip. It is Ali Day and Shannon Eckstein out in front. If it stays that way, we will have a new champion. Ali Day, after having a year off, will be the Nutri-Grain Ironman Series champion. He leads Shannon Eckstein up the beach after the swim. And what can he do, Trev? Can he stay there?
Oh, he certainly looks like it at the moment after being dead on his feet after the last round. Look at how good he looks now. Leads Shannon back into the water. And don't underestimate Matty Poole back there in third spot.
Ali Day, Shannon Eckstein, Matt Poole, Matt Bevilacqua and Kane Eckstein. They are the placings as we head into the board.
Well, here we go at the end of all this racing. It comes down to this final board leg, and Ali's out in front. He's going for it, punching through these waves. But look how cruisy Shannon is, just punching nice and smooth.
Shannon needs somebody else to come through. If he's going to make his move from Ali, he could almost be not pushing the pace because he doesn't want the two of them to break away so that Matty Poole catches up and then maybe puts him between. He's thinking, he's out there thinking he is the professor.
Yeah, but he's trying to think desperately right at the moment because he knows something needs to happen out of the bag. Here comes Pooley, but he's going to be on Ali Day's side. Ali Day leads the way, Shannon Eckstein. And Ali knows one thing. If he can lead from here on, if he can take the tape, look at the desperation on his face. He knows he's won. He knows he's the series winner. So that's what he's trying to do.
The other thing, if Ali Day keeps this pace, Matty Bev won't hang on the back, and it's not going to come down to 4 people sprinting to the finish. So if he keeps stretching it out, it is about him and Shannon, and that's his best chance.
You see Shannon, though, again, tactically, he's so good. He sneaks up on the inside of Ali Day. He'll get around this can just in front of Ali, and he'll get first crack at the runners. And they've pulled away a little bit from Pooley, so it's interesting. But at this time, Ali Day still got it in the bag as they push for this little runner.
And he just gets off the back of it. So Ali Day, Shannon Eckstein, there's Matt Poole, Matt Bevilacqua and Kane Eckstein. Who is going to be the series winner? Ali just gets on the wave, just falls off the back. There's little or no help from Mother Nature right at the moment. But Ali Day, if things keep their status quo, will be the series champion. So Shannon out here next to the can. We've got Ali over to the right. Then it's Pooley. Then it's Bevilacqua and Kane Eckstein at the back. A nervous look over the shoulder from Ali Day. Where are you all? I know that you're there, Shannon, but he doesn't know where the other guys are. Shannon Eckstein now comes out in front. He's at Ali. He's up the way.
So Shannon. Shannon's on this side as well.
They're both on it. This will be the final wave of the Nutri-Grain Ironman Series for 2014-15. We are on the beach. Shannon Eckstein charges up. Ali Day just over his left shoulder. And Ali Day could almost smell it, feel it, touch the title. Shannon Eckstein will take the tape, but he won't be the series winner. There he is, winner of round 6, but the man that's won the summer is Alistair Day. They shake, they embrace. What a finish.
Ali, well done. Oh, man. Shannon got you on that race, but you still won the series. Series winner, Ali Day. How does it feel?
Is that real? The points right? Oh my God.
How does it feel, your maiden series?
Just feels good to be here. After having 12 months off last year, that was the hardest thing to watch. To come back this year to win one race, to lead till today, I was so nervous this morning. Look, Shannon, Kai, Wes, Dane, they're all the ones that made me want to do this sport. And now I've got one.
You've beaten them all.
I don't feel like I really deserve it, but oh God, it's a good feeling. I don't know what to say.
Of course you deserve it. It's an incredible comeback. I mean, heading into this series, you must not have thought that this was going to be the outcome in the end.
Not at all. Look, as I said, I've got the best job in the world. I'm so grateful I get to come to the beach every day. And, you know, if I get to inspire a few kids out there to change and do this sport and be good people, that's the goal at the end of the day. But to win this, it's a day I'll never forget.
Congratulations, Ali, you deserve it.
Thank you.
Well, he's had Kingy by his side. He's also had Kelly's girlfriend, and there she is, the big embrace. It's been a tough old year. Health issues, of course, last summer preventing him from racing. Ashlyn, back to you on the beach.
Congratulations, round 6 winner. Unfortunately for you, Ali Day came in second, so claimed the series.
Yeah, 1.2 short. But that's what you get when you have an 8th in the first round. It's hard to come back. That was an interesting race. I felt good, but didn't want to push the pace because Ali was with me, and you needed one person between us. So I was going, where's Kane? But it's hard with 3 Mooloolaba boys in the final, spitting all over you. But yeah, I'm stoked for Ali. He's a good person, great kid, and he deserves it.
A young guy came through at the end.
Yeah, you know, he's had a battle the last couple of years with his health, and it's good to see him back for the sport. He's got a huge fan base, and it's awesome to race him. Hopefully I'll be back next year to give it a crack.
Congratulations on the season.
Yeah, cheers, thanks.
Yeah, well done, Shannon Eckstein, the series winner, Ali Day. But Shannon has won that last race. How good is he? Absolutely superb. And he congratulates Ali. So Shannon Eckstein, Ali Day, Matt Bevilacqua, Matt Poole, Kane Eckstein, Kai Hurst, Tannen Linden, Wesberg were the top 8. Luke Cuff, Kendrick Louis, Nathan Smith, Jackson Maynard, Jack Moyes. Well done, Jack. He's had a great series. Hayden Allam and Sam Hamilton. So they are the results of round 6. Ali Day, he won't take that smile off his face for a long, long time. We'll be back to wrap it all up here on the Nutri-Grain Ironman series in just a tick with Ashlyn and Reese at Newcastle Beach. What a day.
Well, he's not our overall series winner, but Shannon Eckstein was the strongest competitor here today. A convincing win for him in round 6. He never looked in doubt here today, so he's on top of the podium. For the 3rd time this series, he's won all 3 Eliminator formats. Ali Day hung in there. 2nd place is enough for him to seal the series overall. Well done to Ali. In 3rd place today, Matt Bevilacqua, an awesome race for him. Reese, it all came down to that final race. There was no shortage of suspense.
You couldn't have scripted that any better. I just couldn't believe the way things were panning out. Shannon Eckstein, the champion that he is, he did all he could. He won the race. But Ali Day hung in there to get 2nd place. We got ourselves a new champion.
Yeah, so the guy on top of the podium with the big trophy is 24-year-old Ali Day. Originally from the south coast of New South Wales, he now trains at Mooloolaba. It is a dream comeback for him, considering he watched last year's series on the sideline due to illness. In 2nd position overall, Shannon Eckstein, a place he's probably not too comfortable at all with. And in 3rd place overall, Matt Poole, who says he's just stoked to be on the podium, considering the bad luck he did have at the beginning of the series in Western Australia. So, Reese, let's take a look at our series points overall for the 2014-2015 season. Ali Day finished just 1 point ahead of Shannon Eckstein in the end. It doesn't get any closer than that. Matt Poole in 3rd position, 85 points. Kai Hurst, 10 points behind him in 4th. Kendrick Louis coming in 5th. Wesberg there in 6th, still qualifying for another year, another round. Matt Bevilacqua coming in at 2nd. He will be stoked with that. He's sitting outside the top 8 as we went into today's race. Jack Moyes has just scraped through in number 8. Reese, it got really competitive for that last requalifying spot.
Well, have a look at this over the page. Tannen Linden and Luke Cuff, Jack Moyes, all finished on 47 points. But Jack, he gets the nod on account back. Kane Eckstein, he was only 1 point behind as well. So that was amazing how close that was to re-qualify for next year. Nathan Smith, Jackson Maynard, solid seasons, and Sammy Hamilton rounding out the 15.
In the women's racing, we of course saw an amazing season from Liz Plumemers. She said on the finish line that this title, it's her 3rd title, is the one that she just appreciates the most. It was a sweet victory for her, and she has just been in control all season, hasn't she?
Yeah, she's been fantastic, dominating the series, really. That last board leg of hers today just stamped her authority again on this series. She's a true champion, and I think they'll have a lot of trouble catching her next year.
Yeah, absolutely. But those who'll be wanting to catch her are Rebecca Creedy and Harriet Brown. So here's our podium overall for the women. Liz Plumemers on top, the clear winner. Rebecca Creedy and Harriet Brown were pretty close in the end, but Rebecca Creedy comes in in second, Harriet Brown in third. It's the first time on the podium for both those girls. They are both stoked to be there. They're going to be very competitive next season. Let's have a look at where the women finished overall in the series points. Liz Plumemers 20 points ahead in front. Rebecca Creedy there in second, 3 points ahead of Harriet Brown. Courtney Hancock moved up to fourth after today's strong race. Jordan Mercer in fifth. Maddie Dunn, Brodie Moyer, Emma Dick, well done to all of them. They've all made the top 8.
Over the page, Amy Nerthen, originally from the Central Coast, now up on Mooloolaba. She was a little bit disappointed. I spoke to her earlier today. Tara Coleman in 10th. Again, she was a little bit disappointed, but those girls will definitely bounce back. Crystal Smith, she definitely announced that she will come back next season. Tian Raymond, a strong learning curve for that young girl, and Hannah Minogue in 15.
Well, Reece, it has been an awesome series. Thank you so much for joining us for our coverage of the Kellogg's Nutri-Grain Ironman and Women's Series. I hope you've enjoyed following the action as much as we have. But for now, I'm Ashlyn Krukelis on behalf of myself, Reece Drury, and everyone else here at Newcastle Beach. See you later.